A window decal, the voice of God, and a whole lot of kindness are what a Slaton man says are his lifesavers.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Michelson introduces us to the man who now has a second shot at life and the man who decided to give it to him in an instant.
In the mornings, you'll find 24-year-old Daniel Bloodworth working at the Allsups in Idalou. He went from stranger to Mike Woody's superhero.
He's from Idalou and I'm from Slaton, and he gets behind me on the loop in Lubbock. What's the odds?
Mike has been driving around with this window decal on his truck since 2020. He had to have his kidneys removed after he developed prostate cancer and doctors found a tumor.
I've been 4 years, no kidneys, doing dialysis 4 days a week. I stick myself, I do it at home, 15-gauge needle.
When Mike became eligible for a transplant, his friend Carol put the decal on his truck. After driving all over Lubbock, Dallas, and even to Lake Whitney, the right person finally saw it.
Not so much as a sign as I heard 2 words that said, "Do it," nothing else, just do it. And so that's what led me to do this.
That's God telling you. So, thank God he's obedient, and, we're on our way now. I mean, it's a go.
After that phone call, Daniel started the process to get approved.
Once you lose your fear of death, nothing really scares you anymore, so it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal to me.
What isn't that big a deal to Daniel will change everything for Mike on surgery day, March 2nd. What changes at that point?
Everything. I get to go back to work. I get to get a divorce. I'm divorcing that machine. Plain and simple. I'm putting a bag on it, putting it in storage.
Dialysis chained Mike to his home in the middle of a pandemic, sending him into depression. His granddaughter saved his life then, and now he gets to share it with her.
I don't know how many times I have told her that in the last 4 years. Baby, we can't do that. I have dialysis. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Now I can say, baby, we can go.
As far as his new friend Daniel,
I mean, I get up every day and I go to bed every night, and I thank God for that young man. I do nothing. I will be at that man's side till the day I die or he dies. Whatever he ever needs from me, I will be there for him, because I can never say thank you enough for what he did for me.
you can help support Daniel as he recovers from surgery. We have the link at kcbd.com. Brittany Michelson, KCBD News Channel 11.